Great to have you on the show. I have been talking about how you've been so faithful since January. I'm very sure that something big is coming up very soon. But it's been great to look at that. We're just counting down to the African Cup of Nations, and December 11 is here already. And we've not seen that final 28 or even 27-man squad list by the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
We are yet to see the final squad list. I think it's one of the peculiarities of this particular AFCON. Everything seems to be happening pretty late. Players will be getting to camp about a week to camp, a week to the AFCON. Teams will not get a lot of time to train. We can also talk about how we don't even know our team with barely 2 weeks to the AFCON. Some TV broadcasters are not even sure what regions the AFCON would be shown. So I think it's one of the peculiarities with this AFCON, which begs the question of why, we had to come and make the AFCON come into the December period. We're very much used to it in the January and February period. I think this is one of the peculiarities we get to see with the changing of the date of the AFCON.
Yes, of course. Those are the peculiarities that would follow continental competition like the African Cup of Nations. But before we go deeper into that conversation, let's quickly say each of the 8 state delegations for the second edition of the Niger Delta Games, they must have to register 270 athletes, while the maximum age of competing athletes must not exceed 20 years. These were the words of the co-chairman of the Main Organising Committee of the Niger Delta Games, Mr. Itiako Ikpokpo. The competition will hold in February 2026 and will be hosted in Benin City, the capital of Edo State. Now, speaking at a press conference held today in Lagos, Sir Ikpokpo, he assured that the next edition of the Games will witness a remarkable improvement from the previous edition in Akwa Ibom.
We are coming to Edo to see young people, right? Part of that process is ensuring that we have a smooth organization. So whatever lapses we had, if there were in the first one, we plan to improve on them. But importantly, between the welfare of the athletes and them participating, the facilities that are there, ensuring that they are good enough for them to participate in, that's basically what we're looking at, and enjoying the atmosphere and hoping that Edo people come and watch what we're doing. This project didn't just wake up and start in one day. It's been on for like 5 years before, it's been on for like 5 years before Dr. Samuel Ikpokpo looked at it and said it's something that NADC can participate in. And we're very strong on certain points, very, very strong. But one of the issues we're strong on was what he asked about the number of athletes. Because you just find one state bringing 50, 100 meters runners. So in the finals, you just see 100 meters from one state, 5 people, 3 people. So we've decided to give every state the same number of athletes. The states need to bring in qualified people, young. If we say 20, as at the time of the festival, the person must be 19 plus, not above 20. You understand? And once we get the facts, because you register through a DRM, you are registering to a DRM, and so all your details will be uploaded by the time you get to Benin, Edo State.
That coming from, of course, the organizing committee of the Niger Delta Games. Jidechi, at this time, having to lower the age limits to 20 years, do you think that works? Because, will I call it lowering the age limits? Because he did say that those who came in the last edition were kind of 19 plus and they could compete. But this time around, allowing the 20 years to compete and also limiting the number of athletes that comes for different event to a certain number works for equity. Do you also agree with that?
At the end of the day, the organizing committee, they are the decision makers, right? I particularly am new to the age limit thing for the Niger Delta Games. I did originally think it was all age grades were very much allowed, but this is the first time I'll be learning about this. But at the end of the day, I think the perspective I would like to look at this from is the fact that it's not limiting. You want to see more talent come into the games. The Niger Delta Games, it's not the started. It's been on and on for years. And maybe they've seen how things were in time past. It's also one of these competitions you like to use to discover talents. These states that are participating, they're not just participating for the sake of it, right? They are trying to use this type of games to discover talents ahead of the sports festival. So maybe they've tried things differently and thought, let's do things a little bit differently and also limit how much talent, how much athletes a particular state might have so that we can get to discover more athletes from across the federations. It's one of the ways I'd like to look at this as a way to perhaps discover more talents or better talents, because you can't, when it comes to age limits, there's one thing, you're definitely going to miss out on certain talents because they are in particular age grade, right? So I just want to believe this is just one of the ways that these states can use an opportunity to discover some of the hidden talents that are within their states.
Okay. All right, we'll be hoping that that works for the organizing committee of the Games and it goes as smooth as that of Akwa Ibom State did go.